Hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. Okay, Campione. This was episode 11. Now, this show is more or less going into its climax. This episode of Evolve brings around a new character, female, Anya. Now, this episode was pretty much squared off into two parts. One part being, silliness, haremness, and another part being, shit's hitting the fan real quick here. So let's get into it. Okay, we got Anya, this new character, girl, black hair, the whole bang thing. She's a priestess just like Maria. The only difference is she's got a sword. Yeah. So she's talking to Maria, Yuri, Maria, about the king, saying, it's very easy. She says, all you have to do is bear his children. It's like, oh my god. You see, the thing I get about this show is the people that are in his harem, supposedly, they say, they're there. Anya was like saying it to him. He was saying, they're your mistresses. I'm like, give me a break. And he's referring to them as his friends. So that's the mistake there. Now, so we get the introduction of Anya. Now, what happens is she's talking to Maria in the whole bit and saying how, Anya's supporting her into trying to capture Kusanagi. And I think I understand why. See, the thing is that Erica and Liliana, okay, they're from Italy. Okay, so, and Molly is from Japan. So you get what I'm getting here with this. Now, the real episode after that situation starts with, this is, Shizuka, Kusanagi's sister? Like, Oni-chan, like, fuck you. Get rid of the sister. The sister is a liability. It's a liability and she's stupid. Get the hell out of here. But anyway, there's basically this now relationship between Kusanagi and Liliana. And Malia feels kind of out of the loop to some extent. Because he's got like 3 girlfriends. That's pretty... And you add Anya in there too. It's like, Jesus. It's crazy. But yeah. Now, later on, and it was also this interesting scene. I got to mention this scene. I got to mention it. When Liliana first appeared, she look at this guy's eyes, says, move away because it's part of my mission. And he was like, yes. He moved away. It was like, oh my god. That was insane. Hypnotized him. And after that scene with the hole on the roof and they were eating lunch and everything, he gets a letter from somebody to go to this tea ceremony room. Club. Finally finds out that it's Anya. He finally meets Anya and she's like bowing and everything to him and shit, and it's like kind of crazy. And she's basically saying how, what do you consider, the meat and potatoes of it is like, what do you consider Malia and your other mistresses? Now, he doesn't say, you know what his mistake he says? They're my friends. He basically tells her, they're my friends. And she's like saying, Anya's like saying, but I don't think that's what Maria is considering you. So, that's the whole bit on that. And that's when Erica shows up and see, now because he said that, it's kind of, It's very very, very nothing. There's no. It's very choppy now. The waters of his relationship with the other two. Erica then decides when she's there in the room with the tea ceremony as well to have a talk with Anya. Now we don't know. We don't get what the talk's about, and they move on. And everyone goes their ways. Liliana goes this way, and Molly goes this way. Even Erica's leaving. And here comes the sister. Anya-chan. Like, fuck you. Fuck the sister. That's what I had to say. Fuck the sister. Says Shuzuka. And now that we go from that, there's also another scene I want to briefly mention. Athena. And she's in Athena, she's in the clouds, and she's fighting this purple something. I have no idea what it is. It's just this purple figure that she's fighting. And then we get that scene. Also, after that, she's having lunch with her Oni-chan. Like, fuck you, bitch. That's all I have to say. Sisters in anime have zero reference, in my opinion. Sisters in anime are like, you're a big brother and you have a little sister. The little sister means nothing. Okay? It means nothing. Because you're his sister. You mean nothing. So anyway, Erica's there and she interrupts him having lunch and says, "Oh, I'm going to borrow your brother. We're going to go on a date." He's like, she's so pissed off, like, do what you want. She's strutting off. And they go out and they have a date. Now, during the date, this is one point, Erica, she grabs, he's like, where do you want to go? And everything, and it's just crazy. Complete insanity. But he eventually says where he wants to go. It's basically a date. And like I said, this was a 2-part episode. The one part was just harem and dating and crazy shit. And the second part, So, I go on a date. Yeah, going to all these places, having dinner food and stuff. They go to this one location, which is where Kusanagi fought Athena at. And then, while they're at their location and they're having a good time, all of a sudden these dark clouds start showing up. And there's Anya. And apparently the conversation that Anya had with Erica, yeah, that was about a duel. So now they're going to fight. And then I think it was this one quote. I just love this quote from Erica. It's like, men should not interfere. I'm like, what? What? She just said that? Men should not interfere? I'm like, oh my god. And we finally find out why Anya wants to fight her. Oh, you should have Japanese mistresses. I was right on the money when I was thinking about this. I thought, when she started saying they were going to fight, I thought, what are they fighting for? Then I realized it. Now, they're basically fighting, and they're doing the usual thing, and it's pretty intense. And she has a divine sword, Anya. I think the name of the sword, if I'm not mistaken, is called Muramasa. I'm not 100% sure on that. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's the name of the sword. She starts fighting her, and eventually, he's had enough, Kusanagi. He says, stop it. And he stops both of them. And then Anya's like, oh, now I know why Maria really loves you. Now, but then she gets this aura starts going all over her, and she wants to fight even more. And then Kusanagi stops her even more. But then something happens. Anya, this goo, this dark puddle shows up where he's standing, Kusanagi, and he gets sucked in. And basically, what Anya tells Erica is is that he's been taken by my grandfather into the intermediate realm. The space between life and death, which I was like, what? Like, really crazy shit going on here. Also, I forgot to mention, there was a scene with Maria and Liliana. They are running to go and find him. Now they're continuing finding Anya and what's-her-face? Anya and Erica. Until Erica's like, she can't take it anymore. She goes in the pool after Kusanagi, and Anya follows suit. And then after that scene, we go to his sister, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, she's watching TV, looking at the weather, and she's like, he should have called. And out of nowhere, boom! Athena falls through the roof, and she says, "Is Kusanagi in?" To his sister. I'm like, apparently, I'm not 100% sure of what's going on from what happened in this episode, but from what I'm gathering, remember when Athena was in the sky and she was fighting that darkness? Yeah, I think that darkness might be the thing that took Kusanagi in. Now, I don't think I originally thought he was going to fight Athena in the last episode, but apparently I don't think that's what's going to happen. He's going to fight something else. She said it was her grandfather, which I just don't understand. But that's basically what happened. I'm going to give this... I want to give this a 4, but I'm going to hold back. I'm going to give this a 3.5. This was a 3.5 to me. Like I said, you know, a lot of these summer animes that came out and they're ending now, they've been good, but finishing. It's hard. It's like, I really enjoyed this show. A few people have been telling me, Bankai, you don't know how bad the anime adaptation is. It's really bad. They didn't follow it suit. And I understand that, but still, it's the same. I'm going to give you the same line I gave with Sword Art Online. That might be the case, but still, I love the hell out of it. So, yeah. But this is definitely a 3.5 out of 5. I'm waiting until next week. Final episode next week, so you guys can look forward to that. But yeah, this was interesting. I liked the episode. I liked what was going on. I mean, he's getting so much poontang. Even Anya already in this episode, she's blushing. He said, "Oh, you know, this saying that she wasn't that Anya shouldn't be acting like this way," and now it seems like she's falling in love with him as well. It's like now he's got 4 girls. You know, if I was him, I'd marry all of them. I'm dead serious. I don't give a shit. I'll marry Anya. I'll marry Erica. I'll marry Malia and Liliana. I'm gonna marry all 4 of these girls. That's right, I said that. But this was a good episode. I like the final. If next week is the final episode, this should be interesting how things go down. Should get an interesting ending. Whatever the enemy is, it seems like he's gonna fight them. Whoever this person is. I don't know if he's gonna fight Anya. He might, but I think it's just the spirit form of the sword that he might be fighting. So yeah. That's all I got for you guys. So, yeah. This should be... I really like this show, Campione. It was a really good watch. It got to me really quickly. The only thing I'm a little upset about is I thought they could have done this a lot slower. Gone a lot slower. Maybe stretched it out a bit. But nevertheless, it was a good show. Good watch. Hopefully next week's episode is a finale and it brings the moxie. Brings the moxie. You know what I mean? So yeah. It's been Bonkai Night 22. I will catch you guys later. Anya, how many girlfriends is this guy gonna get? See ya.